From my vantage point, it always seemed like FN treated their line of AR-15s as an afterthought. There's the FN-15 military collector M4 and M16, which are great mil-spec replicas. But if you don't get off on having a visual replica of what the military is using, it's a little underwhelming. So when FN reached out and said they were going to be sending me their latest AR-15, the FN-15 TAC-3, I almost said, can you just send me a SCAR instead? However, when I finally got the FN-15 TAC-3, I was like, oh, what do we have here? The moment I picked it up, I realized this wasn't a, we forgot that we made AR-15s also AR-15 from FN. This was a, you broke my heart, so I'm going to get in the best shape possible to make you regret dumping me, FN AR-15. In short, this is a revenge body rifle. The first thing I noticed was the finish. FN can't get the FDE on their SCAR rifles to match to save their life, but the FDE finish on a TAC-3 is impeccable. As a matter of fact, it's stunning. Calling it FDE is a bit of an understatement though. It looks like a paint to match sample color on an exotic car where they give it some obnoxious name like sun-kissed hazelnut. The next thing I noticed was the stock. It didn't look like any standard stock that I was familiar with, which makes sense because it's a stock they built in-house. It kind of looks like a Transformer's foot or the front end of a Lamborghini Urus. It gives the rifle a fresh modern appearance, but I do think the circles on the rail kind of clash with the aggressive straight lines on the stock. Speaking of the rail, with the combination of circles and M-lock slots, it's as busy looking as the stock, but still manages to have a clean appearance. And it has everything to do with the fact that this rail utilizes the Hodge Defense wedge lock technology and proprietary barrel nut. Long story short, where the receiver meets with the rail is incredibly clean looking. The grip is another thing that stood out to me. It's essentially a bigger version of the Reptilia grips, plus texturing that is sectioned off in panels all the way around the grip. The thing is, I love the original Reptilia grips, but I did always wish they were ever so slightly bigger and that they all came with some form of texturing of sorts. And guess what? Now it's here exactly the way I wanted it, right here on the FN TAC-3 rifle. Then there's a Radiant selector switch, which I've always been a fan of. There's also the FN branded Radiant charging handle. Hell, FN made their own FN branded magazines with stippling for this rifle. Truth be told, just hearing me say all that and or reading it in text isn't going to impress the hardcore gun guys of the world who build all their AR-15s from the ground up using unobtainium parts. Yeah, I know you're watching the video and all entertained and enjoying it, but I want to talk about today's sponsor, Acre Gold. Acre is a subscription-based platform for buying gold. Acre lets you make small monthly payments, and once your account hits a certain threshold, Acre will send a gold bar straight to your house. There's a $30, a $50, and a $100 option. Each month when your account reaches the price of a 2.5, 5, or 10 gram Acre Gold bar, Acre will then discreetly ship you a small gold bar every time your account hits that price threshold and then credit any remainder to your next gold bar. So if you're interested in buying gold or simply want to learn more information, you can click my affiliate link in the description section of this video. And now back to the show. The FN-15 TAC-3 is an AR you won't truly appreciate until you handle and shoot it. Not because it's the greatest shooting rifle in the world. It's still a 16-inch barreled AR-15 with a mid-length gas system and a bird's cage flash hider. There are tons of AR-15s like that. What impressed me about this rifle was how cohesive it felt. There is very little play between the upper and lower receiver. This made the rifle feel extremely high quality. If I'm honest, the weakest part of this rifle was the trigger. Not because it's a bad trigger, it's a standard mil-spec trigger, but the rifle feels so high quality that you almost expect it to have a super slick trigger also. Between the in-house stock, kind of sort of Reptilia grip, and the handguard, this is an effortlessly ergonomic rifle, and it shoots well too. But who are we kidding? It's an AR-15 that shoots 223-556. The gas link, muzzle device, and buffer spring pretty much determine how it's gonna shoot. The recoil on this rifle was fine. It wasn't too hard, but it also wasn't the softest rifle I ever shot. Now, if I changed out the birdcage flash hider with some high-speed, low-drag brake, I'm sure it would shoot even flatter and softer. But I didn't feel the need to put a brake on this gun because I already enjoyed how it shot. It handled everything I threw at it from a shooting perspective. It went fast when I wanted it to go fast. It went slow when I wanted it to go slow. It's well balanced, so I didn't get fatigued holding the rifle up for longer strings of fire. This rifle is solid as hell. If you ask me, this is I want a competitively priced AR-15 where I don't feel the need to replace a bunch of stuff because what it comes with is damn good. Look, I had low expectations for this rifle, so the bar to impress me was pretty low. But like I said at the beginning of the video, this is a revenge body rifle. So imagine seeing your ex after 5 years and they've gone from a 4 to a freaking 8. You would have been impressed with a 6. So the fact that they're now an 8 kind of makes you hate yourself. You know how frightening it is to think about what happens in the moments before, during, and even days after having to use your gun in self-defense? When you first start carrying a gun for protection, it can be a very scary and nerve-wracking experience, especially if you haven't gotten the education and training you need to feel confident. I've been there myself, hoping I never have to go through a self-defense shooting, which is why I'm a member of the USCCA. As a USCCA member, you can eliminate some of the stress of carrying a gun for protection by accessing the amazing wealth of firearm education, training, and current state-specific gun laws of your state or states you may travel to. This can help you be prepared for or hopefully even avoid a self-defense incident. As a bonus, members automatically become insured on the self-defense liability insurance policy purchased by and issued to the USCCA. Click below to learn more. I'm sure the YouTube algorithm is going to do a phenomenal job of suppressing this message. So please share this video with as many people as you can so we can beat the algorithm and get our two-way message out to the masses. Also, don't forget to like this video and leave a comment and hit the bell and subscribe button.